Ayush, hello. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all set, ma'am.
All right. Hi, Ayush.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. I'm so sorry. I'm again 10 minutes late, but I was logged in. I don't know, because of some reasons I was like getting dragged out of the class again and again. But yeah, now it's working fine. Can you see my whiteboard? Both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please stay unmuted all the time. Do not mute yourself. Okay, so today a new class, a new session. Uh, Before I start the class, a general question to both of you. Could you share, like, every human has their own favorite quote or a life lesson, right? Every individual has some experience. They have some unique, like, quotes or some life lessons. Anything you guys have? Would you like to share with us? If I ask to Akshat, is there any quote, any famous quote you like?
I'm gonna repeat what you said again. The last thing what you said.
I said, do you have any famous quote or famous saying or any life lesson you'd like to share with us?
A famous quote.
Mm-hmm.
I guess work smart, not hard. I guess that's one thing.
Okay, you mean work smart, don't work hard.
No, work smart and not hard.
Okay, okay, got that thing. You said work smart, yeah, and not hard. Is this what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this actually is true in life, no matter which profession you choose. You should always work smart, not hard. If you work smartly, then this itself is called as working hard. Yeah, working
Yeah,
hard
ma'am.
without any smartness is of no use. But if you work smart only, then this is the sign that you are working hard. Well done. What about you, Ayush? Would you like to share some lessons or any experience with us?
Not really.
Nothing, no famous quotes you like? Any famous saying, any proverb?
Um, Not really. I can't remember it like right off my head. So,
Okay, any childhood memories? Any life lessons?
uh,
You may
same
have,
I guess.
like, go ahead.
Same I guess. Work hard to achieve your goal or something.
Okay, okay, great. So these students are the studious students I have. I thought something funny, something like entertaining my students would say, but very studious students I have, bookworms. All right, no worries. Great. But yeah, definitely the proverb which you guys said is definitely, like, we should always have this in our entire life. Not only for grade 10, not grade 12, but to entire life, we should remember this. Work smart in all the things, no matter whatever you do. And to work smart, first step is to have clear goals. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. What you are going to do, what you aim for, that should be clear. And if you know this, the steps, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, those steps will take you there. The only thing is, you should have clear goals. Okay, when we talk about these steps, interesting steps. How many steps have I drawn here? How
Seven.
many steps I have? Seven? Only seven?
8.
Let me check this. Mm,
One, two, three, four,
one,
seven,
two, three,
Mom, it's
four,
9 here.
6, 7, 8, and 9. Perfect. 9 steps I have drawn. Okay. What if you see a small boy here? All right. You see a small boy, and his first he climbed on the step number 1, and then the boy takes 2 steps at a time. Okay. First he took 1 step, and then he took 2 steps, and then he took 3 steps altogether. Okay, and he landed on step number 7. Okay, plus 3 steps he took. Can you tell me what he would take? How many steps would he take next? How many steps would he take next?
Mom, 4.
Exactly correct. 4. Perfect. Right, Ayush? 4, right?
yes,
How did you say that, Akshit? But
Ma'am, because first he took 1, then he like took 1 plus 1, then he took 2 plus 1, and then it will take 3 plus 1.
perfect, perfect. Smart observation. That means you observed the pattern, right? You observed the pattern, and because you observed the pattern, you could tell that the number of steps taken were increasing by 1 in every move. Increasing by 1 in every move. In every move he was increasing one steps. All right, so that means I can tell that he went in this sequence: 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. Correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is this thing called as? Okay, if I write the number of his, Shakshit, sorry, again I was dragged out. Why this happens, I don't know. Please unmute yourself, both of you. Yeah, thanks. So I was at my point that if I write the number of steps the boy moved on, I can call this thing as sequence. So what is basically a sequence? Sequence is nothing but group of numbers. Group of numbers that follow the same pattern. Right? Some pattern, not same pattern, but follows some pattern. All right.
yes,
Okay. Sequence is nothing but a group of numbers. Sequence or group of numbers that follow some pattern. Okay. Now, what if I say that we have made the height of each step equal? Okay, that is, suppose that each height is plus 2. Okay, plus 2, plus 2. Each height equal now in this.
yes,
Plus 2, plus 2. What I am simply doing is I am making the height equal. Okay, equal height steps now. Then this completely changes to a new sequence as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and etc. What I did here, I made the height equal. That is, in order to get the same like difference, same common difference between them, I added 2 to all to this sequence. Now I created a unique sequence which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. You can predict what comes next. What would come next, Ayush? After 9? Hello?
After 9/11, ma'am.
11. Okay. What will come after 11, Akshay?
Mom, 13.
13. Perfect. Perfect. Now, you can see some progression is being made here, but with your common pattern of adding 2 to each previous number. Correct? And the pattern is nothing but adding 2. Can you guys observe that? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you guys be very responsive, please?
Um,
Yeah, mom.
Okay. Yes, Akshay?
uh, it just
Uh, okay. Since I have arrived on this thing, now can someone guess why am I telling all these things?
it's because it's related to the chapter
Which chapter?
arithmetic progressions.
Exactly correct. Now, we talked about these steps. We observed the sequence. In order to make that sequence have a common pattern, we added 2 to those steps. Now we created a sequence. Such type of sequences, such type of progressions are called as arithmetic progressions. Okay, very interesting chapter, very small chapter, but uh, we do have some twisted, turned, and crispy questions here, but very few concepts. Yet interesting chapter. Arithmetic progressions. You may sometime hear this as arithmetic sequences or arithmetic progressions. Both are same. Arithmetic progression is in short called as AP. AP chapter. Okay. Some teachers will say AP or some teachers will call it as APS. Arithmetic progressions. All right. Now, arithmetic progressions are nothing but APs or nothing but sequences of numbers. Sequences of numbers in which the difference, okay, note this term, note this word, in which the difference between consecutive consecutive terms remains constant. Always the difference between the consecutive term remains constant. Like how we saw one pattern. Okay, suppose let's take another pattern. Let's take even numbers: 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. What is the common difference between all these numbers, Ayush?
They have a difference of 2.
Exactly. You can observe that 4 minus 2, 6 minus 4, 8 minus 6, 10 minus 8, everything is differing by the number 2. Correct?
Yeah, mom, too.
Either you can say this as they are increasing by 2, or you can say that each consecutive term in between they have the common difference 2. Okay, this constant, always the difference between the consecutive terms is going to be same, is going to be constant. Okay, that's never going to change. And if that happens, that constant difference is called as common difference. What do we call it, Akshit?
You, mom, I didn't hear what you said, mom. Sorry.
Is my voice not audible enough, Akshit?
No, mom. My laptop speaker is very bad. I had to get my headphones. I forgot to bring them.
Okay, you can grab it now. Go fast and bring it.
Yeah, sure.
Will that
One
work
is
for
the
you?
common difference.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Get it and come back quickly. All right. Now, Ayush, coming back to you. So this constant difference is called as common difference. In
Okay.
arithmetic progression, each term is obtained. Okay, always. In this is asked in even MCQs. Okay, very simple one. They'll ask to test your understanding. In AP, each term, each term is obtained by adding the common difference, adding the common difference to the previous term. Suppose, let me take again 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What is the common difference here?
Two.
2.
2. Perfect. Akshit, you're back. All right. Now, what is the common difference here, Akshit?
Mom, 0.
Perfect, perfect. Exactly. If you see this pattern, they are nothing but 5, 5, and 5. So that means common difference is nothing other than 0. Even this will happen. So you can simply say that each term can be obtained by adding 0 to the previous term. Correct?
Yeah, mom.
By adding 0 to 5 or to the previous term. Now here, in this thing, please observe what has happened. Okay, you see that each successive term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term. Okay, to preceding term except the first term. Getting my point?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
mom.
Okay, except the first term, you add a fixed number to the preceding term. So such a list, okay, or such list like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, or you may have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and that goes on, and like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All these sequences, if they have a fixed number being added to the preceding term, then those list of numbers is called as arithmetic progression.
Yes.
All right.
Mom.
Second important point, Yakshit.
So there can be questions, right? That check whether the following like thing is like an AP or an arithmetic progression.
Exactly, actually, exactly. They'll test your understanding by giving such type of questions like check whether this is an AP or not. The first ultimate requirement for a list of numbers to be AP is that they should have a fixed number as the common difference. Okay. If they don't have any common difference, then that list of numbers is not an AP. First important point is that. Second important point, please note that that common difference can be negative also, not only positive numbers. All right, student gets confused here. Should common difference be always positive? No, that can be positive, that can be negative, or it can be zero as well. Got it?
Yes, mom.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Now let's denote the first term of an AP. Okay, again, I'm taking the same old sequence, but my favorite sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. We have some specific names for every term. Okay, we call the first term of an AP as A1. Okay, and then the second term is called as A2, A3, A4, and all the way up to it goes as AN. And this is called as nth term. Got it? Ayush and Akshit?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so this becomes an AP. Like every quadratic equation have their general form, linear equations have their general form, AP also has an general form, and we usually write the terms as A1, A2, A3, A4 all the way up to AN. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, remember what I said about the common difference? Common difference is that one fixed number which gets added to the preceding term except to the first term. Except to the first term. Okay, except first term. Okay. Now, what is common difference? Common difference. We can call this common difference as A2 minus A1. Correct? 3 minus
Yeah.
1 is going to give me 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay, again I can say 5 minus 3 gives me 2. That means I can say A3 minus A2 is also going to be 2. I can say that A4 minus A3 is again going to be 2. Now you can see that we have a fixed number. We have the constant number. So then, can't I just conclude that always A2 minus A1 is going to equal A3 minus A2? And this is going to equal A4 minus A3?
Yeah,
Correct?
ma'am.
Okay. So always this is gonna happen, no matter how long you go, and even to the last term where we have this an. Now focus what has happened here. A2, A1. So simply one number gets reduced. A3, A2. One number gets reduced. 4, 3. One number gets reduced. So the last common difference would nothing be but an minus an minus 1. One term got reduced. Got that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, perfect. So this is your common difference. You can call this as the common difference formula. Anything you can use. Maybe use A2 minus A1, find the common difference. Maybe use A3 minus A2, or else go with A4 minus A2, A3, not A2, A4 minus A3, only the consecutive terms. Or else go to the last two numbers and find your common difference. D. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get a yes from Ayush as well?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Now, there are two types of arithmetic progressions. Okay, you already know this. You two already know this. Now tell me, what are those two types of AP? Who knows? Who can answer? Two types
Constant,
of AP.
non-constant.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. No. What do we call, like we do have one term in English where we say that if we are able to count the number of items present in front of us, what do we call that thing? If we can count the numbers of an object, what do we
Ma'am,
say to that?
multiple or
And
singular?
nobody. We say something like if we can count, we have a word. If we can't count, we have a word. What is that?
Uh, Ma'am, infinite and finite?
Yes, perfect. Exactly. Finite and infinite. Now, AP also have two forms, that is finite AP and second is infinite AP. The term itself would have pointed you out to what I'm trying to say. Finite AP is something where you will have certain term and finite number of terms in the sequence. For example, I may say 229, 239, 249, 259. What is the common difference, Ayush?
Uh, 10 more.
10. Perfect. And up to 299. Now, since I can see what is my last term, 299, we call this as finite AP because they have specific and limited number of terms. Correct?
So basically, like terminating and non-terminating.
Exactly. Exactly, Ayush. Terminating, non-terminating. You can call that. But in AP, we have these specific terms, which is finite and infinite. Okay, if you see the last term, then that's a finite AP. And if you don't see the last term, and if you have these dots, then we call that thing as infinite AP because it is continuous indefinitely without an end point. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Finite AP, finite number of terms. Infinite AP, it goes on infinitely and there is no fixed limit on the number of terms. Clear, clear, clear.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, I said something about the general form of an EP. Okay. If I talk about that, that is one like super easy method of finding out the AP. Okay, let me share that thing very quickly. Since I already said that general form of an EP, okay, there's a very small general form. And I said that the number of terms we have, they are mentioned as A1, A2, A3, A4, all the way up to AN. Now, how do we get the next terms? By
Ma'am,
adding the common yeah, go ahead, Akshat.
by adding yeah, or subtracting the common difference.
Exactly, by adding the common difference, right? By adding the common difference to the preceding term, like this. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, let's take again our favorite example, or else I'm going to change 1, 4, 7, and 10. What is the common difference here, Ayush?
Three. No?
Sorry. So, Akshay, could you tell me how should I write the general formula of the common difference?
For common difference, the general formula would be um, A2 minus A1 equals A3 minus A2 equals A4 minus A3.
Perfect. 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 So that means 4 minus 1, 7 minus 4, like this, correct? 3 equals 3.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Perfect. Now, remember that this A1 in AP always has a general form of A. Okay. A1 is always called as A. Even in English alphabet, we have the starting term as A. Correct? Same. In AP, we have A1 as A. And the next term, because we know that A2 is obtained by adding common difference to A1. Why I'm saying that? Because A2 minus A1 is the common difference. How do I get A2? Send this thing there by adding common difference to A1. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly, right. Got that, Ayush?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Same way. Same way. See, if I say like this, then obviously A3 minus A2 is also going to be the common difference. Then if I have to obtain A3, I'll send A2 there. So I get A3 as D plus A2. Correct? That's how I get. Yes
Yes.
or no? Perfect. Now, that means A2, I already know that how do I obtain A2? I obtain it by adding A1 to the common difference D. Right? So I may write this thing as D plus A1 plus D. Can I?
No.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you guys put the whiteboard completely to the full screen mode? Only then you can see what I'm writing down.
Yes.
Okay, Ayush
Yes,
said
ma'am.
X. Action. All right. Keep it
Ah,
full
yes.
mode as. Okay, I'm showing here the cursor. It will be there. Always have that full form whenever I use the whiteboard. Okay, now I can write this as A1 plus 2D. Correct?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right, perfect. Now that means simply A2. Okay, also I said something about A1. A1 is nothing but A. So always remember that instead of A1, you can call this as A. So that means A2 is nothing but A plus D. A3 is nothing but A plus 2D. Can you predict the next term action? If A2 is A plus D, A3 is A plus 2D, what could be A4?
A4 would be A plus 3D.
Perfect. Exactly correct. How? Easily you can find it out. A4 minus A3 equals to D. If I have to find out A4, what I will do? I'll just simply send this A3 there. I already know what is A3. A plus 2D. So A plus 2D. That means A4 is nothing but A plus 3D. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And now, if we go on to the last step, last general form, what could be AN Ayush?
Um,
Observe the pattern how we are moving. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, all the way up to last one.
like A plus ND.
It could be A plus ND.
Uh, um,
Think and respond. It can't be A plus ND. Observe. It's right there in front of you. If it is 1, there is nothing. If it is 2, A plus D. If it is 3, A plus 2D. If it is 4, it is A plus 3D. So what could be the last one? A plus what D? D would definitely come. But what D? That's my question.
like uh, like a new letter.
What Ayush?
Will it be like a new letter, like K1, like something like that?
Uh-huh, no. What's happening here? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. But what is actually happening?
The numbers getting 3 7.
Okay, here, if you observe like this, if you follow the arithmetic progression, yeah, definitely. But what is happening to the terms I'm asking? See, if, in order to get A2, what did you do? You sent A1 to the right hand side and you got A plus D here. Correct? One reduced number. In order to get A2, you added common difference to the preceding term.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? A3, if you have to get, you added to the preceding term, which is A2. A2 is nothing but A plus D. You got it as A plus 2D. For A4, you got A plus 3D. What could be AN? Won't it be N minus 1 into D?
Yes.
Yes, now observed. What is here? Isn't this 2 minus 1D? Isn't this 3 minus 1D? Isn't this 4 minus 1D? Can you observe both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So this is how the general form of an AP is written. So if someone asks you, how do we get the general form of an AP? To that, your answer should be through common difference. Common difference? What common difference? The general formula, where we say A2 minus A1 is always equal to A3 minus A2, that equals to A4 minus A3. Using that, you create the general form like this. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, all the way up to A plus n minus 1 into D. Clear, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now, remember always that each general form have their own specific names as A1, A2, A3, and like you can also remember this as roll numbers. Okay, each term have their own roll numbers A1, A2, A3, A4, all the way up to AN. And this last term is the place where we get a lot of questions built in our board exams. That means this is a very important formula. The last term is always written as A plus n minus 1 into T. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So AN
Yes,
formula.
ma'am.
Okay. Could you repeat the AN formula again, Akshat?
Ma'am, so the AN formula is basically A plus n minus 1D.
Perfect. Now here, what does A represents, Ayush?
Yeah, the numbers of the
Okay.
pattern.
A, specifically I'm asking about this A. What is that A in an AP?
Like the numbers of the pattern.
Hmm, can we say it as a first term, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You should always remember that A1 is the first roll number or as the first term. A2 is the second term. A3 third term, fourth term, fifth term, and lastly the nth term. Clear? First term, second term, third term, fourth term, and finally the nth term. So A is called as the first term. AN is the nth term of an AP, first term of an AP, and finally this notation which is D, and this is called as common difference. In your board exam, you will get a questions like find the 535th term like this. Okay, so that means it's nothing but A535.
So isn't that like A535 equals A plus 535 minus 1D?
Exactly correct. You can represent that thing like that. Perfect. Okay. Likewise, you will get numerous questions. You will get, they'll give you the common difference, they'll give you the first term, or else they'll hide the first term, they'll give you the common difference, they'll give you a specific term, they will ask you to find the missing number. Okay, such type of questions will occur here. Very easy. Okay, once we go to examples, you guys will understand. Now tell me a general question. If I say that A1 is 1, second term which is A1 plus D, please remember A1 is nothing but A. A1 plus D is 2, A1 plus 2D is 3, and A1 plus 3D is 4. What is the value of the fourth term? Can anyone tell me?
Valid.
Yeah, I need the value of the fourth term. I'm saying that A1 is 1, A1 plus D is 2, A1 plus 2D is 3, A1 plus 3D is 4.
Ma'am,
What is the value of the fourth term?
is it wait, okay. Sure. Okay, ma'am, I've confused me.
Tell me what is the value of the fourth term?
Wouldn't it be
Anybody?
5?
What, Ayush?
Wouldn't it be 5?
Um,
Oh, no,
how do
no,
you say that?
no, I got the wrong part.
Okay, no problem. Understand my question first. I'm saying what is the value of the fourth term?
Mom, is it 4?
Mhm. No, this means that a1 equals 1. a1 plus d equals 2. Okay, a1 plus 2d equals 3. This is what I mean. a1 plus 3d is 4. Now tell me one thing. What is a here? A value is
1.
1, mom.
1. Perfect. What is d value here?
Also 1.
Loudly?
Also 1, mom.
Also 1. Perfect. Because we can observe, right? It is 1, 1, 1 between the consecutive numbers. Perfect. Now I have A, now I have D. What else do I need to find the fourth term? Because the fourth term they have specifically mentioned that it is A1 plus 3D. Correct? A1 value I have as 1 plus 3. A1 value I have as 1. So 1 plus 3.
So 4, right?
Exactly. And who said me the answer 4?
Mom, I told only.
Okay, okay. Correct, Akshay. Correct. So this is how you find out the value of the number. Okay, the value of any term. I'll give you one
Mom, I
quick
have a
another.
doubt.
Yeah, go ahead, Akshay.
Mom, you already told that a1 plus 3d equals 4. So is wouldn't the fourth like term with v like b4?
Before?
No,
I
you
didn't
said
got
that
that.
a1 plus 3d equals 4, and that's already like the general formula to write. What's it? It's already like the general formula to write the fourth term. So wouldn't it be just 4?
Exactly. This I did to explain you how do we get those values again. Okay, using some real examples, using some real values, I shared this thing. Now, and always remember that no matter what you do, you always get this sequence, this list of, sorry, this number back once we use the formula.
Understood, mom.
Okay. Again, here as well, you can test that. A plus 2d is the value is 3 because 1 plus 2 times 1 is 3. All right. Till here, any doubt you both have?
Um,
No,
No.
mom.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, tell me one thing. What? Listen to my question carefully. I'm not writing it on the screen. Which type of arithmetic progression has a fixed and limited number of terms? Is it finite or infinite?
ma'am, can you repeat one more time?
Which type of arithmetic progression has a fixed and limited number of terms?
5, ma'am.
Finite arithmetic progression, because they, you can see the sequence of numbers have specific and limited number of terms. Perfect. Now, can you check whether mm, okay, just give me 1 minute, please. That's an important call, very important. Hold on. Okay, thank you so much for waiting, Ayush and Akshin. Now, please check whether minus 5 upon 2, 0, and 5 upon 2 is an AP or not. AP or not. Quickly check and tell me.
No, right?
How can you say no, Ayush?
Because minus 5 to minus 5 upon 2 is not consistent enough for the whole equation.
Okay, how do we say like if it is an AP or not? What do we have to check?
If the common difference is
Exactly. We have to check for common difference. And how do we check for common difference?
It is right.
How do you say that? Justify your answers, please.
Because minus 5 and negative 5 by 2 have like the difference of negative 5 by like have the difference of 5 by 2, and the 5 by 2 to 0 have the same difference, and the 0 to 5 by 2
Exactly
also
correct.
have the same difference.
Exactly correct. Yes, it is an AP. How do we say that? Because we check for common difference. How do we check for common difference? General formula A2 minus A1. Check again. A3 minus A2. Check again. A4 minus A3. That's how we say if it is an AP or not. So A2 minus A1 is nothing but minus 5. Correct? Minus 5 upon 2 plus 5. That means minus 5 plus 10 upon 2, which gives me 5 upon 2. Again, I'm checking A3 minus A2. A3 is 0 minus A2, which is negative 5 upon 2, which gives me 5 upon 2. Now, even if I go on checking it, I can see that 5 upon 2 minus 0 gives me again 5 upon 2. So that means 5 upon 2, 5 upon 2, 5 upon 2. No matter how long I go, I get the same constant difference. So yes, it is an AP.
yes, ma'am.
Important MCQ. They'll give you like this and they'll ask you if it is an AP or not. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now, see this thing. Find the common difference. They'll directly ask you to find the common difference of any AP. AP will be twisted, turned. You have to find the common difference. How to do that? You already know. The only famous formula, the only formula we have for the common difference. See the sequence? How crispy. 1 by P, 1 minus 2P by P, 1 minus 4P by P. That's an AP. You're saying that's an AP. Now we have to find the common difference. How we find the common difference, Ayush?
Uh, it's the same A2 minus A1 equal.
A2 minus A1. Perfect. A2 minus A1. Let's do that first. Okay, A2 minus A1. So A1 I have as 1 by P. A2 here I have as 1 minus 2P by P. A3 I have 1 minus 4P by P. Okay, let's do A2 minus A1 first. A2 minus A1 means A2 is 1 minus 2P by P minus A1 is 1 by P. Here I have the same denominator, so I can just merge them both and write 1 minus 2P minus 1 by P. That means 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, minus 2P by P. PP cancels and I get minus 2.
Is it negative 2?
Exactly. And that's our common difference. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
You can check your answer here as well. You can do A3 minus A2 because again that's also the common difference. And if you do, you will get minus 2. Let's do that. 1 minus 4P by P is A3 minus A2 is 1 minus 2p by p. Again, I have the same denominator. I'll just merge the numerators. 1 minus 4p minus of 1 minus 2p by p. 1 minus 4p minus 1 plus 2p by p. 1 gets cancelled. Minus 4p plus 2p minus 2p by p. Cancel, cancel, and you get minus 2.
Mom, what if there are different denominators?
You can follow the same algebra process, Ayush. Take the common LCM, or else just simply cross multiply.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, same algebra process, nothing new. Clear?
Yes,
Till
ma'am.
here? No doubt.
No,
Both of
ma'am.
you? No doubt, right?
No doubt, mom.
Perfect, perfect. Can I move to the next page?
Yes, ma'am.
I can go to the next
Yes,
page,
mom.
right? All right, perfect, perfect. Now, observe my question and tell me what I am trying to say. Okay. If k plus 10, 2k and 2k plus 8 or in AP or in AP, then find common difference. What is the meaning of this question?
K plus 10 would be like A1, 2K would be A2, like that, right?
Exactly correct, Ayush. That's what they are trying to say. They said k plus 10, 2k and 2k plus 8 or in AP. That's just to confuse us. They simply want to tell that this is an AP like this. Okay, is an
Mom, is it 8?
exact 8 or 18.
8, right?
8. Hmm. Okay, let's check. A1, A2,
Mom, because
A3.
2k and 2k plus 8 will have like difference of 8 only, right?
2k plus 8. Exactly. A2 minus A1, that means 2k minus k minus 10. A2 minus A1, right? A2,
K plus 10.
k plus 10 or minus 10?
A1 is K plus 10.
No, no. Actually, I expanded the bracket. 2k minus A1, right? So k plus 10. I just expanded that. That means I got k minus 10.
Mom, it's not an AP.
That's actually an AP only, Akshit. I'll show you. And actually, the common difference is 8 only. Perfect observation because you did it correctly. A3 minus A2 is 2k plus 8 minus 2k. That means common difference is 8. And I can use this to find out the value of k as well. Because A2 minus A1 is nothing but D. D is k minus 10. So D is simply 8. And I can use that to find out the value of k as well.
So case 2.
K is 18.
Yeah, sorry. K is 18. Sorry.
Perfect. Interesting, right? See how many things we can do. Clear now? I hope I didn't
Yes, mom.
confuse this question. All right. They said simply to find the common difference. They said it clearly that this is an AP. So yeah, you can simply go with these two values because those are super easy. You found the value of D. If they say to find the value of K, you can do that as well by simply plugging in the value of D, which is the common difference, back here. A2 minus A1 is nothing but D only. So you can use the same value here and find out the value of k. Then
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
move to the next page?
Yes,
Ayush, can I go to the next page?
yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Akshat, done, right?
Ah, yes, ma'am. I also already done.
Okay, perfect. Now, observe this question. For an AP, for an AP, if A18 minus A14 is 36, find common difference. Find the common difference D. What is mean by A18? Remember the general form of an AP, what I said about this A18 or all the terms. A1 is A, A2 is A plus B. You should always remember the general form.
So it's
What could be
9.
A plus? A plus?
Is it 9?
Perfect. You said directly answer. But what is A18?
And 18 is A plus A17D. Oh, no.
A plus
A17D.
17D.
Yeah,
Okay,
17D.
A18
Sorry.
is nothing but A plus 17D. Perfect. And what is A14?
A14 is
Ayush?
A plus 13D.
Perfect. Okay. A plus 13D. All right. Now here they said that if you subtract them both, you are going to get 36. Let's do that and see what happens. A plus 17D minus A14, which is A plus 13D, and that gives us 36. So A plus 17D minus A minus 13D equals 36. Subtract 17D minus 13D equals 36. 4D equals 36 and D equals 36 upon 4, which is 9. Got it, Ayush and Akshat?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, got
Right.
it.
Okay. This is how the questions even will be asked about the common difference. Observe the pattern. See how interestingly they ask about the common difference. Okay, either they are going to give you the sequence and they'll ask you to check if it is an AP or not. How you do it? You see the common difference. You find out the common difference using the same formula which we discussed earlier. Okay, which we have discussed earlier about the common difference. Now using that, you will justify whether it is an AP or not. And then the second type of questions you usually get is finding out the common difference. Either they'll give you the sequence directly like this and they'll ask you to find out the common difference, or else they'll twist the question like this and they'll ask you to find out the common difference, or else they are going to give you the terms like this and they'll ask you to find the common difference. For everything, we should be ready. Got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now, tell me, Ayush, what is an AP?
Arithmetic progression.
What, Ayush?
Arithmetic progression.
Okay. Can you define it?
Like how?
Mhm.
No, like how? Uh,
Define AP. Say
uh,
about AP. What do you know about arithmetic progression?
it's like a sequence of numbers in which the difference between any two consecutive terms is constant.
Perfect. Always, it's going to have a common difference. Perfect. What is A1, Akshat, in arithmetic
A1 is the
progression?
first. A1
Perfect.
is basically the first term, or A, you can also call it A.
Okay. What is AN in AP?
Ma'am, it's the nth term.
Nth term. And what is the formula to find out the nth term?
Ma'am, the formula to find the nth term is n equals a plus n minus 1d.
N minus 1 into D. Perfect. All right. So that's all for today, Ayush and Akshat. We'll continue tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
All
Bye.
right. Take care. Bye bye, both of you.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.